Good morning. Let's give a few more minutes for others to join and then we can begin. Thank you. Good morning again. We'll start at around 9:20 to give time for more students to join. In the meantime, especially for those who have joined using maybe your Gmail or other forms of email, please indicate your full name and your admission number so that when I download the participants list, then it's able to capture you accurately. Thank you. Yes, good morning again. So we will begin. And for those who have joined, after I mentioned this, please ensure that your names are fully indicated together with your admission number, so that when I download the participant list or the attendance list for today's class, at least it's able to capture your full details. And this I'm speaking to Edith, Emmanuel, somebody called Hans, Viola, Joan, and somebody who has indicated BSWA. Just the admission number. Please ensure it's capturing your name and your admission number as you continue with this class. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen from your end.
We can.
Okay. So my name is Kevin Kagudi, and I'll be your lecturer for this unit, BED2101, Community Development and Social Welfare. And we will have a minimum of 4 sessions, but I would want us to take as much time as possible so that we are able to go through all the learning material. And if there is something that you don't understand, maybe even after we complete all the sessions, you can mention it to me, and I will be able to take you through it again. And it's a pleasure to have you in my class. And I hope you've also been able to access VLMS, and you've been able to see the announcements, including the cut which was posted, and to allow time for marking and grading and everything which is supposed to be done by 19th of this month. I have set a deadline. Please ensure you are able to complete by the deadline date. If the question is not clear, you also let me know so that I am able to expound it for you. But I believe it's something that I set, which is applicable to everybody, and it's something that you as community development students and students in community development, it's something that you're able to observe within your locality, something that you're able to apply within your locality, and give, of course, appropriate answers in regards to this class, so that you also don't digress so much outside the class, but be able to apply those aspects within this class. And I also hope you've been able to access, I said, the VLMS and the notes, including the additional notes. You can go through them during your free time or your study time. And also hope and wish you all the best throughout this course, and wishing you the best so that you're also able to pass at the end of it and be able to proceed even to the next classes. So I can see we are now 13. We are now 13, and this class is supposed to have around 56 students who have enrolled for this unit. So I would first of all request, I don't know if for the other classes you have WhatsApp groups where you're able to communicate with the other students. I would want to request that you, somebody volunteers to have a WhatsApp group, or create a WhatsApp group for this class, so that class announcements can be done through the WhatsApp group, including deadlines for the cards, including any questions that you may have, and so that we can also have, that seamless communication between you and I throughout this session and throughout this semester as you take this class. Somebody please volunteer to create that WhatsApp group and then post it here so that other people can be able to join, and you can also share the link for that WhatsApp group with me, so that I also post it on VLMS, so that those who are not here with us can be able to join that WhatsApp group and continue with further discussions there. You can volunteer even by raising your hand so that we are able to proceed. Ryle, I have said somebody to volunteer to form our WhatsApp group, which will include all the students for this course, so that we can have seamless communication on that WhatsApp group, so that we're able to reach more students, including those who are not here, because this class is supposed to have 56 students who have enrolled for this unit, but I can see we are still 15, and I think if we have more communication on our WhatsApp group and be able to mobilize more of us to attend this class, then we'll be able to reach more people and even have more communication between us. Okay, right. So you'll create the WhatsApp group and share the link here. Those who are here will join, and then I will share that link on VLMS so that the other students are also able to access it and be able to join, so that we have the communications there. But all the other official communication will be done through VLMS. The WhatsApp group will be for the general discussion, because I imagine when we have 56 students here, and I also have other units which I am teaching, I might not be able to respond to all the messages that I receive on WhatsApp. So it will be good to have one central group for this unit, and then also for the other units, I'll be having WhatsApp groups for them, so that we're able to have that seamless communication there. Thank you. So, Ryle, unless it's a question you want to ask, but if it's for the WhatsApp, then you can go ahead and create it and share the link on the chat. I'll again repeat for those who have joined maybe later, and even the others that I can see have still not changed the names. Please ensure that your name is captured in full together with your admission number or registration number, so that when I download the participant list, then it has your details accurately. I can still see Edith, Emmanuel, BS, WA 25, 26, 16, 104. You still not changed. Nelly, you can also include yours. Viola, you can also include your registration number. And this, I know it's for the people who are joining maybe from Gmail and other emails which are not school mails, which might not be able to capture your full details. So for this unit, we have Are you still able to hear me? I think I lost my network a bit there. But I was saying through this course, the community development and social welfare, will have 10 topics. And by the end of these topics, we will be able to explain in detail what social welfare is, and be able to describe the areas of focus for community development and social welfare, how these two come together. And we'll also be able to develop understanding of community development as a course within the social work practice. Because community development and social welfare are two units or two courses that are very close to each other within the social sciences. And for this, you'll be able to familiarize with community development skills and the strategies and how you can be able to, of course, apply it in your everywhere, every day and everywhere social work practice, because community development looks at the community and social work looks at the individuals within that community. So it will give you that skill to be able to understand how you can be able to apply this. So for this course content for this semester, we will cover topics on overview of social welfare, and within that we look at what social welfare is. We'll look at the historical development of social welfare. We'll also look at the value base of social welfare and the features of social welfare. So this is supposed to be covered in our first session. But now, because of the quorum, I would want to split that into two sessions, and then after that, I will try and cover more in subsequent sessions. And then we'll also have an overview of community development, where we look at what is community development, we look at the principles of community development, the history of community development, and an overview of development approaches, the development approaches that we use for community development. And then we'll now go in and check and see details on what community development is and what social welfare is. The other topic that we'll also be looking at is the social worker in community development and social welfare. We look at who a social worker is, what they do, their code of ethics, their ethical principles, and their ethical responsibilities as a social worker. Because as a community development worker, at some point you might also be a social worker, being able to support individuals. And then we'll also have models and features of social welfare. We'll also go through that in another session where we look at the familial model. Somebody is connected, I think, to two devices and unmuted. Please mute. Uh,
Good morning. This is Edith. We are not getting anything. Hello?
Oh, hello.
All right. We are not getting anything.
Oh, where did I lose you? I think I was speaking at some point, and I don't know, somebody maybe muted me when I was speaking. So where did you lose me?
From the start. That is where you've gone.
From week 1.
No. After you said we joined the WhatsApp group. That is where I got lost.
Oh. What about the others? Because I believe I've been speaking for a long time. I was almost done with this bit. What about the others?
Actually, you were lost from the beginning. We were not getting anything.
Okay.
Yes, we are not getting anything.
Okay, let me start again. So I said my name is Kevin Kagudi, and I'll be your lecturer for this course on community development and social welfare. Let me also just turn my video on briefly, but because I know because of the network and so that everybody can be able to follow, I'll turn it off at some point after finishing this session. And if you see me going quiet, please alert me because I'm also not able to see the chat. I'm just looking at the document. So this unit on community development and social welfare will cover it in 10 units or 10 different sessions, but we'll try and cover as much as possible within at least 4 sessions, but I want to go beyond the 4 sessions and be able to cover everything. And if there is something that you don't get, or if I go too fast on a session, please alert me so that I can be able to go back to it and ensure that you understand it. For this unit, we'll be able to go through social welfare, its models and the characteristics. And we'll be able to, by the end of this, of course, we expect you as the learner to understand what community development is, what social welfare is, and the practice of also social work, because social work and community development and social welfare are intertwined, and these are units that are very close to each other, because at the community development level, we look at the society, the community, how this influences development, and then for social work, we look at the individuals within that community and how the individuals also, influence development. So this is something that we'll be able to go through. And the units that we'll be going through, or the topics that we'll be going through in this unit includes, we'll go through the overview of social welfare, where we look at what is social welfare. We look at the historical development of social welfare. We'll also look at the value base of social welfare and the features of social welfare. And I say that this is what we're supposed to cover today, but because we are less than 50% for this class, we'll try to cover as much as we can, and maybe break this into two sessions where we look at what the social welfare is and the historical development of social welfare for this class. And then in the next class, we will look at the value base and social welfare. And then we'll also look at the overview of community development. We'll go through what community development is, the principles in community development, understand the history of community development, and generally also look at the overview of community development approaches that we can use to apply in social welfare. And then now we'll also go in and check and be able to understand what is community development and what is social welfare, how they complement each other, how they work together, and how the two are intertwined. Then we'll also look at the social worker in community development and social welfare. where we look at who is a social worker, what they do, their code of ethics, their principles, their ethical responsibilities, and see how us as community development workers and officers and professionals are also part of the social working or social workers workforce, and how we can be able to apply those principles. Then we'll also look at the models and features of social welfare, where we look at the familial model, we look at the residual model, the mixed economy model, and the model of state control. And these models will be able to give us more overview of social welfare, and how we can be able to apply this. After that, we look at the frameworks of social welfare services, where we look at social welfare services in general, and then we'll also have a look at the social welfare framework in Kenya and understand how also Kenya implements social welfare within the country. And then we look at the perspectives of social welfare, and later we'll try as much as possible also to be able to cover, the strategic areas of focus in community development and social welfare, be able to understand also, the social welfare agencies and the community development agencies that we have in Kenya, from government agencies to NGOs to CBOs to FBOs to community organized social welfare groups and initiatives. We'll be able to go through that and see what applies also to the different areas that we come from. And then we'll also finish this unit by looking at community entry and mobilization, and understand how we enter into the community, how we engage communities from the beginning, so that we're able to initiate programs and initiatives within communities. And these are programs of social welfare, but it's something that's applicable to all community entry that we can be able to do under the mobilization. And this unit will be done primarily online. We'll be having online sessions, and as I said, we'll have a minimum of 4 sessions. But we'll, from, of course, looking at the coverage and the units that we're having, I would say we might have maybe 5 to 6 sessions. But I will, of course, invite you to go through the handouts which are on VLMS. Go through them, be able to understand, of course, the topics in there, try to see what is applicable in your settings. And then throughout the course, I'll be sharing case studies, I'll be sharing examples, I'll be sharing also from my experiences, what I've been able to do around community development and social welfare. And then I'll also share from the WhatsApp group that you'll form. I'll also be able to share videos which you can go through and see how social welfare has been implemented and applied in the different field settings that are there. And up to that point, do we have a question? If you have a question, please come in. If there is no question, you can have a thumbs up, just a thumbs up, so that I know that you are following and that you are hearing me. So then for these units, you'll also have a cut. We'll have 2 cuts, that is, and an exam. The exam will be out of 70. We'll have 1 cut which has already been shared on VLMS, which is 15 marks. And we'll also have another cut which will be 15 marks to make 30. And the exam will be out of 70, totaling to 100%. In terms of the cut shared, I'll share a cut which is applicable for everybody. It's something that you can be able to see in your community. It's something that you can be able to interact with in your community and give details. I try to make it as much as possible so that it's applicable to everybody and everybody can be able to give their unique situation and their unique project that they see within where they are and be able to apply, what you have in this unit. So I don't know if all of you have been able to go through the CAT question. If you have been able to go through the CAT question and understood it, please raise your hand. Only one person has understood the CAT. Wamboi is the only one who has understood the CAT. What about the others? So please keep the hand up if you raise your hand so that I'm able to know who has not understood what the CAT's question was. Ryle, you can unmute and maybe give us details of what you did not understand the CAT question.
Yeah, I saw the instructions. And first of all, it's my request if you can extend us some few days. I saw a question and it's like I was not sure about it. When you talked of, were we to get some evidence, like we are to make some interview, maybe concerning that project which we are writing about?
Sorry for interruption, sir. Your screen cannot be that much visible. We cannot see the words exactly. I don't know whether it's only from my side. Yeah, that is better.
So the question was that you identify one social welfare or social protection program in Kenya, such as, the older persons cash transfer for persons with severe disabilities, school meals, relief food, food vouchers, health vouchers, support for vulnerable children. We also have the OVC cash transfer. And it's just for you to discuss its objectives, the target group, the benefits, challenges, and ways of improving its effectiveness. And from the instructions, one is you have between 1,200 to 1,500 words, so that it's detailed, but again, it's not very detailed. And I wanted this to be based on a real community setting or organization or project within the county that you are in or the ward that you are in, or a school that is close to you, or a health facility, a CBO, NGO, program, government program, development initiative that is known to you. And when you are, apologies for that. I'm having a bit of flu this morning. So when you are looking at the question, you should include a brief background about the description of what you've identified, whether it's in your county or if it's a specific case or a community or a project that you've selected. and then your evidence from that observation. You can have short interviews. It's not a must. You can have a short interview. You can go through program documents. You can go through reports, or you can even, if it's something that you've also experienced within your setting, you can be able to share that. And when you are doing that, of course, maybe you are doing an interview to somebody, or if you're going through program documents, one of the things you should not do, you should not collect private and personal information. You should not collect names of people. You should not collect, their ages, their phone numbers. Those are things that are not required. Their photographs, or disclose, maybe if, let's say you are looking at a cash transfer in Busia County, don't disclose the the names of beneficiaries. And of course, I would want you to clearly apply the concepts of this unit, and give practical examples and practical recommendations which can be applied. And of course, you use APA style citation if you are referencing something. Let's say if you've gone through a project document on, let's say, a social welfare initiative in your setting. Let's say you've gone and you're looking at school feeding program in a specific school, then you have access maybe some documents from the Ministry of Education, then you should be able to cite that properly using APA style. And now I believe in 7th or 8th edition, but for you, the edition does not matter. So just use the APA style citation as much as you can, where you use external process. And of course, you should avoid submitting, AI generated and general textbooks explanation, because I want you to apply this to you as much as possible, and so that you're able to understand, what social welfare is, and what community development is, what social work is, and how you can be able to apply it in this course. Is it clear now, right? And the others also who had not raised their hand.
Excuse,
Yes, please proceed.
excuse, Mr. Kevin, a quick one. Can you please add us a little more time? 5 days is too short.
So for all the units, I am supposed to submit marked grades, and be able to give you grades by the 19th of this month. So it does not apply to this unit only, it applies to all the units. It's beyond me to be able to give you an extension. This was supposed to be due when?
16th.
Do you want me to extend it to which day?
At least for the coming weekend.
Friday. This Friday.
Yes, or Saturday maybe.
Like 19.
I'm saying by 19, I'm supposed to have graded and given you the marks within VLMS. That's the deadline that I have.
But
So
the instructions are too detailed for us to be done in 3 days.
Because today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday.
Yeah.
So we need at least time to go and identify, or you go somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe I can extend to the 17th. That so that it gives me a day to mark, and by 19 I'll be able to grade and give you the marks.
Okay,
so it's
thank
17th,
you.
okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, then I'll change it to 17th. I know the instructions look long, but it's not long. I just wanted you to be able to understand what is required, so that you're able to, score as much as possible in this unit. I prefer that instead of just having the question there alone without any instruction. I believe the instruction is just to guide you, so that you're able to understand what is required, and so that you can be able to score as much as you can. Do you have any other question on the CAT or what we've gone through so far?
Mr. Kevin, I have a question.
Yes.
About the citation. What if I'm familiar with a scholarship organization which helps vulnerable kids and orphans, but now I was wondering about the references. Is it compulsory for one to write the references and citations?
Citation comes in when you are referencing a document. Let's say you've gone to that organization and they've given you their, let's say, last month's report on the support that they are giving out. Because this is not information that you've plucked out of the air. This is information that you've gotten from an organization. It's information that is tied to them. So it's always good to have citation for that so that it's understood that the student did not make up, something. This is something that has been noted from, let's say, Muranga Technical College. If they are doing something on social welfare, or if they are supporting, let's say, an organization, or if it's an NGO that is supporting children in that institution, then you're able to adequately cite. And it's just one citation, does not have to be very long, just one citation. Have the name of the organization, the year of, if it's a report, you've gone through the year that report was published, and of course, showing the name of that report.
I would also like to ask for some clarification on the CAT. Mr. Kevin, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Salat.
Thank you, sir. And I think there's an instruction on evidence from observation, for example, short interviews, program documents, or local experience. Actually, I am not in Kenya right now. I work in Somalia with a local NGO. And when it comes to, I think I have a lot of experience in cash transfers and, social welfare. Actually, I work as a social worker. So I come from Mandera County, and I have seen several times NGOs and government institutions providing cash assistance to elderly people. So can I draw my observation from my experience? Because I do not have access to the program documents or maybe short interviews right now because I'm not in the country.
Salat, you can use any example, even from where you are. It does not have to be something that is only in Kenya. Okay. You can apply it to where you are. I can change that to reflect that so that it's not only limited to Kenya, but to where you are also. Because initially I had information that all the students were in Kenya or were within the Kenyan campuses in ODEL and other campuses. But if you are outside Kenya, I'll just ask you to use the setting where you are so that it's easier for you and it's applicable to where you are.
Actually, I work with an organization that provides cash transfers to vulnerable people, people who have protection needs, and the elderly. So can I use that context?
Yes, you can use that context.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your clarification, sir.
Seraphine, is it a question?
No, sir, it has been answered. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question before we proceed? Yes, Swamutira?
In regards to the citations, if I don't have access to the document as he has asked, will I have to cite if I'm using interviews and local experiences? Because if I am using citation, it means I have referred from a document or report. What if I am in an organization and I get access to the interviews and personally my local experience? Will I have to cite?
Now if you're doing an interview, then that will not require citation because citation is something that is published, something that is in journals, something that is that is accessible by other scholars. So if you are doing interviews, then you can just mention that you have done an interview with 3 or 4 people on OVC, or orphan and vulnerable children, cash transfer, and maybe mention, but don't include their names, don't include their ages. You can include the ward or the county where you've done this interview, and just a brief of what they've told you, and then now you can go into the other aspects of the question.
Oh, all right.
Because
Thank
that
you.
will come now in the background, because there is, as I mentioned, the first instruction is to provide, that brief background so that I'm able to understand where you are coming from.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Salat, is this another question?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm okay.
Okay. Then you can put your hand down so that if somebody else has a question, I'm able to know. Otieno Owaka, is it clear to you? Otieno? Please proceed, Otieno. You can proceed with your question, Otieno. Well, then we'll continue. If Otieno is able to unmute later, he'll ask his question. You want us to take a 10 minutes break so that you can maybe grab a cup of tea, go to the washroom, and then we proceed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll resume after 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Grab something, go to the washroom, be comfortable, and then we'll proceed at 10:20.
Okay.
Hello? I'm lost.
We are having a break, Edith. It looks like you are not in class when we say that. We are taking a break until 10:20 so that people can grab a cup of tea, go to the washroom, grab a cup of water, and then we proceed at 10:20.
Excuse me, Mr. Kevin.
Watu wameenda break. Sahii tuko break time. Una get?
I get it, but I don't want to ask a question concerning concerning the class. Actually, amesema we change our names and our enrollment number. Na mimi I'm having an error from my side. Now that's why I wanted assistance during the break so that I don't interrupt the class session.
Sawa, thanks.
Okay.
Yes, are we all back? Just a thumbs up to show that you're back. Let me continue. I want you to, yes, Edith. Proceed, Edith.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back, welcome back. I want you to watch a short video. Just a short video on cash transfers, which is related to social welfare initiatives. Confirm if you are able to start seeing it from your end. So I've just shared the link to that video for those who are not able to watch it. You can go through the video during your or after this session during your free time. And this is just an example of a cash transfer program that is within the social welfare, a social welfare initiative. So this has been done by an organization called UNICEF. They did a cash transfer. This is one of the beneficiaries who used the cash transfer she received from the organization to open up a salon. And this was a child or this was a person who was left orphaned after their parents passed on due to HIV and AIDS. And she's also taking care of younger siblings. So it's just to show what social welfare is and how it impacts the community and how it's also applied. So you can be able to go through that video again at your own free time. Now we can proceed with our notes. So from what we've seen so far, from your experiences, from what you've encountered, we can say social welfare, from its definition, basically these are just efforts which are organized by society to facilitate the well-being of their members, usually focused on activities that seek to prevent, alleviate, and contribute to the solution of a selected set of social problems. Because, as you all understand, there are so many issues in Kenya and generally even in the world. And social welfare initiatives are usually organized. It can be organized by you as an individual. It can be organized by an organization, a CBO. By a CBO, I mean a community-based organization. It can be organized by your church through, church initiatives and even through faith-based organizations, which are also linked to churches. It can be done by NGOs, that is non-governmental organizations. It could be international. It could be national. It can be organized by the government. It can be organized by the United Nations. So it's something that is very broad and can be organized by everyone, so that we are able to address societal problems that are there and try to alleviate poverty, prevent people from going into suffering, and being able to solve that. And this incorporates all the organized societal responses that promote the social well-being of the population. That includes education, it includes health, it includes rehabilitation, protective services for children, for adults, public assistance, social insurance, among many others. And these social welfare initiatives, it is there to ensure that it addresses the immediate needs of people, and using the resources that are available, which can be able to, of course, improve the life and the welfare of people who are around there or around that, so that they're able to live, productive lives. And these can be organized, as I said, either voluntarily by individuals or groups, to being also, in part of the government initiative, like, the older persons cash transfers, and there are many others that the government implements, which looks to contribute in solving a set of social problems. And when we look at a definition from United Nations in 1967, social welfare has been defined as an organized function that is regarded as a body of activities designed to enable individuals, families, groups, and communities to cope Can you hear me? Apologies, my network just dropped. I don't know what happened. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, apologies for that. My Wi-Fi just went out, but I'm reconnected on. I've just did that from my phone, so we can be able to proceed. Let's share them once again. So we were looking at the definition of social welfare by the United Nations. Yes, John. Yes, John. John Chelangat, please feel free to unmute.
Sorry, sir. I can now hear you.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
we'll continue with the definition in a bit so that you can be able to see from that. And so social welfare, as defined by United Nations in 1967, it has been defined as an organized function that is regarded as a body of activities that is designed to enable individuals, families, groups, and communities to be able to cope with social problems of changing conditions. But in addition to being extending beyond range of responsibilities for specific services, social welfare has a further function within a broad area of countries' social development. In this larger sense, social welfare should play a major role in contributing to the effective mobilization and deployment of human and material resource of the country to deal successfully with the social requirements of change, thereby participating in nation building. So that's the definition from the United Nations, where we've seen how people come together to be able to really solve societal problems so that they can be able to address. If it's children who are not going to school, maybe because they are in an arid region where maybe families only look after livestock and children follow livestock from one area to another, then and the families really don't have something pushing children into the school. So one of the things that has been done, especially by the Ministry of Education, is to introduce school feeding programs so that children don't have to move around with the livestock. They don't have to move from one place to another in search of pasture and food. They come to school and they're able to get fed. In the evening they go back home, and this has really worked towards ensuring that children go back to school, children attend school, and from my experience and from what I've seen in some areas, even children who are not school going, those who are very young, 2 years, 3 years, I will see their siblings who are in school carrying them to school so that they're able to benefit from the school feeding program, which was having a lot of impact in the society. So this social welfare usually plays a very major and fundamental role in ensuring that the resources that are there are able to change the society, improve the livelihood of people, and improve the welfare of people. You'll be able to go through the other definition of social welfare from the National Association of Social Workers. I want somebody to read that definition so that we can proceed.
Can I read it?
Yes, proceed.
Social welfare generally denotes the full range of organized activities of voluntary and governmental agencies that seek to prevent, alleviate, or contribute to the solution of recognized social problems, or to improve the well-being of individuals, groups, or communities.
Yes, thank you, Otieno. So even from that definition, we're able to see, social welfare being voluntary, because essentially it's something that is voluntary, especially where individuals and groups come in to be able to address societal problems, and the government agencies also come in, developing policies, developing programs to address this, like the older persons cash transfer, where people who are above, is it 70 years, receive monthly or bi-monthly cash transfer to be able to enable them to access medicine, to access, basic needs at that age, because they are not able to work. And you see this it generally improves, the welfare and the well-being of the older persons. And that is just one example of a social welfare scheme that is there within the government. So for you, I'll ask you to look within your setting. Do you see any social welfare activities going on? Have you participated in such activities? Have you volunteered to be part of a group? It can be something, as little as you just going to visit maybe a charitable children institution or a children's home and taking maybe 500 shillings to be able to buy those children supper or a meal for that day, or even just going with one bread so that they can be able to have breakfast. That is also an initiative maybe from you as an individual and part of the social welfare, because this is something that can be done by individuals, can be done by organizations, can be done by the government, and it's open to all. So part of understanding, the social welfare, because this is done within the community, and we are community development professionals, or striving towards becoming community development professionals. It's also good that we understand what a community is, because when you ask somebody what is your community, one will maybe say their tribe. When you ask another person is there, or which community, or what is the community, what they understand about a community around them. Somebody will even go, maybe even say maybe their community is their clan. Maybe I'm from this and this clan, and that is our community. Because community can be identified through many aspects, and generally, communities, people who share and define the locality, and they have things that are in common. They have common things that they do together, like culture, like interests, or even a problem. They share a problem, and they reside within specific boundaries, within a specific area that they can be able to relate with each other. And it can be people in the same geographical area, people with the same culture, people with the same goals, people with the same challenges and aspirations. And sometimes it's also people who share the same languages, and they share maybe a history, they share, things that they've been able to do together. Maybe they share ancestry. And the most important bit is that these people are organized in such a setting. And being people in a community, it's a community that it's a people that have aspirations, and these aspirations are usually shaped by their environment, whether it's the social or the physical environment. And the things that usually shape this, it could be political, it could be religious, it could be economic, and it shapes really how the community is and how the community thrives or does not thrive in a specific geographical area. And when we look at the main types of communities, we can be able to look at a community from an angle of geographical community, which describes, which we can be able to describe, as the geographical location of a people, with local leadership. If you're coming from, if I use, let's say, the example of Salat, who say it is from Mandera, geographically, you can identify with people of Mandera. And there is the local leadership of Mandera, from the governor to the senator to the MP, to the women rep, all the way to the member of county assembly. And I know Salat maybe is aware, he knows them, he knows the people who are around there, including even the village elders from the specific village where he comes from, and can be able to define his community as the people in that geographical space. And we also have religious communities, because we can be able to define also a community based on their religion. And of course, they have to be within that specific geographical location where people share the same faith. And an example could be maybe people of Catholic faith in a specific region, let's say like in Busia town. You will see them maybe coming together during Palm Sundays. You'll see them coming together maybe during Easter, and they do, common activities because of that community that they come from. And then we have a tribe or clan, which many people usually confuse with the community, because many people identify the tribe or clan as a community because of course, of their shared language, the shared culture, and this, many people, especially those who are not living in the same area or the same region, can still be traced, having maybe the same ancestry, the same ancestors, and this can be identified also as a community. The other one we can be able to see is also the agency and communities, and agency communities, and these are communities that have their aims and goals and agendas being common, and this could include religious institutions, political parties, those who identify with I don't know which party do you identify with, Viola? Which political party or religious institution or learning institution or trade union, which one do you identify with in terms of agency community? Just one. Viola War.
Yes. Pardon, I lost you.
We are looking at agency communities, and we've said these are people who have the same aims, goals, or agenda, and it could include religious institutions, political parties, learning institutions, and trade unions. So I was asking you, which one do you identify with, or which one would you want, just sharing an example that do you identify with in terms of these agency communities?
Examples of agency communities
that you are part of.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
A good example could be, MKU, where you are right now, and a member of this class. Because we have common goals, we all want to learn about community development and social welfare. And we have our own goals. We have our set of rules. We have regulations that govern, of course, our classes. We have classes for 2 hours. We have cards. We have exams, such things, which leads us to have the same aim, goals, and agenda. And please follow the class. That's why I'm calling people here and there, so that I also ensure that people are following the class. Because we only have 2 hours today, and then maybe we'll meet after another 1 week, and we might not be able to go through all these concepts again. I want someone to read for us this, the meaning of development, so that now we've understood what social welfare is, we've understood what community is. Now we want us to look at development, so that we're able now to bring it all together. Just this first paragraph. If somebody please read for us.
Development is society. Okay, sorry.
Please proceed, Wamutira, or who was speaking.
Okay. Can I read? Oh. Development is society's plans, processes, and activities which are principally involved and are aimed at the enrichment of material and spiritual life of its members. It is the process of raising people's living levels where their incomes and consumptions of goods, medical services, education raise through relevant economic growth processes.
Yes, thank you. So we are looking at development, because the development of our people have to develop from point A to point B. And for people to be able to develop, whether it's within a constituency, whether it's within a ward, whether it's within even a smaller community setting, there must be plans to be able to develop people, whether it's through building roads, whether it's through educating people, whether it's providing healthcare. And there are processes that are there and activities which are usually done so that you can be able, to enrich the lives of people and the welfare of people in a specific setting, so that the living standards and the living levels of people are improved, their incomes are improved, people are able to access, goods and services, people are able to access medical services, people are able to access quality education. And, through all this, we're able to observe, economic growth, which encompasses all of this. And, development is usually very intentional. You cannot, say that we will develop without intentionally pushing for development. It can be through, initiatives by government, through whether it's CDF, whether it's county development, or even for you, even maybe in a smaller setting, if it's development of your small community, ensuring that you have the basic needs, ensuring that basic services are provided. This is something that can be done even from, a group, a smaller group, or even a larger group, and even as a country, because all of us should be striving to develop. And the key elements of community development are expressed to varying degrees in many definitions. And just look at one where community development is viewed, as a group of people in a community reaching a decision to initiate a social action process to change the economic, social, and cultural environment. Because for people to be able to develop, you must be able to improve, not only change, but improve the economical, the social, the cultural, and the environmental situation, so that the challenges that we are facing in the society, we're able to come up with solutions, whether it's local solutions or whether it's solutions that can be done through government policies or even support from external partners and organizations. But all these should be geared towards improving the economic, social, cultural, and the environmental welfare of people. To work towards, having programs and procedures that people believe in, the community that it's supposed to be in believe in that, and are able to improve their situation. And one very important thing, in community development, when we are dealing with communities, is also, the involvement of that community in their development, because it would really not make sense to bring in development to people who don't view that development as being of benefit to them. Because one, it will not be sustainable, because the communities will not be able to support it in the long term. It might not even get community support even in the short term, if the communities and the individuals who are I lost my network again. Apologies for that. But generally, I was just speaking on that last bit on development, where we as a community and community development, we as community development professionals should always seek, to empower individuals and groups so that they're able to be empowered and have skills, so that they can have knowledge, so that they can have information which they need, so that they can be able to advocate, on their own behalf, on the behalf of their communities, on how they can be able to improve their lives and provide communities with, the resources and be able to access resources that are there within their settings. And there are many resources in the different communities. It could be, a river which can be used for irrigation. It can be land which can be used for farming. It can be a road which can be used, to open up markets and open up, transportation. There are so many resources in the community which the community can be able to access to be able to improve their lives. So it's for us as development workers and development professionals and development students to be able to empower, the communities around us and the individuals, and so that they can be able to advocate and push for access to these rights and all this. So I can see it's already 11. Unless there is a question, we will stop here. If there is any question, you can ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next class where we look at, the historical development of social welfare and community development, which is going to be our next class. Do you have any question? And then I will also want to ask if you want us to continue having these classes on Saturday, or do you prefer having them in the evenings of the weekday? For this one, I will wait for your input so that I can be able to adjust the class or maintain the class as it is. Hello, who was creating the WhatsApp group? It looks like it has failed for many people. Can we have somebody else maybe share it so that we can move to something else? Who's creating the WhatsApp group? Please come in and maybe say what's the issue is. Right, you're the one who's creating the WhatsApp group. File Cherubet. Viola, you have a question?
No, it's just from my side. You had asked me to change like my name to have my enrollment number, and I was having a failure from my teams. Is it visible now? Because I've tried working on it.
It's still showing Viola or I think
Okay,
you've
I've
logged
tried.
in using Aura Viola Awar Viola 2000 at gmail.com.
My Gmail, and I've tried working on it. Every time I'm being told that there's an error or like the server is failing. I don't know.
I have noted that. I'll check and add your admission number at the end because I have it on the list.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ryle, we want to close. Please come in and share maybe what's the problem, because I can see people are not able to access the WhatsApp link. If it's an issue, we can ask somebody else to create a group and share here. I believe we'll be able to, especially those who are using the school account, will be able to access the link here again. So Ryle, please come in and see maybe what the issue is.
Israel with us really.
I think Ryle might have logged
and left.
Left. She usually call it leaving a jacket. She has left a jacket. So maybe can somebody else create this WhatsApp link and share? You can see the last person who has shared the number, John. John, can you? Somebody has shared it. Jep Kurui. Jep Kurui, is this the WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's try and join using that. If it's going to work. Is the new WhatsApp link working?
Yes, it's working.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
It's working.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's working. Yeah.
Even that's the WhatsApp that we'll be using to communicate. If you have any other thing, if there is something you need a clarification on, and it's you can also add the other members. I'll put the same link also up in LMS so that the others who are not able to join us today can be able to access it. So thank you for your participation in this class, and see you in the next class. I'll share the link when maybe 2, 3, 4 days before the next class. Otherwise, thank you, and wishing you a nice Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.